Gilberto's red card at Newcastle last week means he's banned, and Matthew Flamini comes in. Elsewhere, Lauren continues as emergency left-back, and Van Persie gets his first ever start against Chelsea, even though Dennis Bergkamp's fit again and on the bench. The big news for Chelsea is that Claude Makelele is back after 5 games out with a knee injury. Keeper Petr Cech, who was rested against Wigan last week, predictably returns here. There's a change in attack as well, with Didier Drogba recalled after scoring 3 goals against the Gunners already this season. Crespo on the bench. Paulo Ferreira returns as well, with Asia Del Horno out injured in training.
Well, there'll be nothing new in any of the systems that we see today. Pretty much as we'd expect, but when you look at that back four, 2 playing out of position, 2 at right back, Lauren at left back, it's a big ask. And then you look at the central midfield area, the lads have talked about it, Fabregas and Flamini. Fabregas I think the more talented of the 2. Flamini will be the one to try and break things up, I feel, and allow Fabregas to try and get on the ball. But ahead of that, if they can cope, Arsenal, and it isn't if they can cope with all that, I think with Ljungberg, with Kleb, Van Persie and Henry, if they can get enough of the ball in the top third of the pitch today, enough times, they've certainly got the talent to trouble Chelsea. Well, again, with Chelsea, no real surprise in how they're setting up. Makelele's fit, and Makelele comes back in, and he'll come, drop in front of the back four. Essien allow him to move into his more familiar role ahead of him, just with Lampard and the support. You know, Cole and Robin will play wider. They'll try and stretch the play when they can as much as possible, and then look to support Drogba. But it's going to be a fascinating tussle here today. Different systems often create great games. I certainly hope that's the case today.
Amazing to think, isn't it, that the gap between these 2 sides is 17 points, a whacking margin. It'll be 20, of course, if Chelsea win here, and I think everybody at Arsenal accepts that really would be it. The side who are involved in every title race year after year after year after Arsene Wenger could be out of it before Christmas. It's quite a thought, Andy, isn't it?
Well, they will be out of it before Christmas if they lose today. Maybe they'll be out of it if they draw today. And I think that's what Henry was talking about when he said the season ends today if they don't win. He's not talking about Europe, of course he's not, but he's talking about the domestic front, because they believe the Championship's the #1 priority, even above the Champions League. And they will see that dream disappear if John Terry and his boys can leave here avoiding defeat.
Of course, Chelsea did win here in the Champions League, famously, a couple of seasons ago. Look at the eyes.
Look at the eyes. Yeah. Talk about focus. You talk about being right. It reminds me of Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira. Was it last year? When they were stood in that tunnel and Keane just did him in the tunnel, I felt. Terry means business. He's telling Henry that by saying nothing.
Yeah, there wasn't much tunnel love that night. No verb was here, just utter concentration. It's a match that really needs no sales pitch at all. All I really need to say is it's Arsenal against Chelsea, and it's right after this break.
You can do, we can do too. It's Arsenal against Chelsea, live from Highbury. We are, of course, interactive. Sky Digital viewers, push the red button on that remote control, follow the instructions. That's the menu page you'll find. Player cam, part of those facilities. And first up, we'll be watching the Arsenal skipper, Thierry Henry. Let's go. Andy Gray and Ian Dark.
Yeah, thanks, Richard. Didier Drogba already scored 3 times this season, 2 in the Community Shield, 1 in the league at Stamford Bridge against Arsenal, and he gave Philippe Senderos, who's in the Arsenal defence today, a bit of a hard time, so much so that Senderos lost his place for a time after that. He's back at the moment, and it's a big, big job for him today. Rob Stiles is the referee. First time he's been handed this prestige appointment. And it's Arsenal in their red currant strip who get us underway here. Almost exactly a year on from that 2-2 draw, that thriller last season. But then Arsenal were a lot closer to Chelsea than they are this time around. Must win today, Arsenal.
Well, it's just an interesting little thing at the kickoff, and we'll wait and see if it's just at the kickoff. But certainly it looks to me like Van Persie started wide left. Now, whether he's going to stay there, we'll find out in a couple of minutes when the play settles. But he's taken a wide left position, which will allow Kleb to play infield, almost make them five-man midfield, Arsenal. And that's the first surprise if it stays like that.
Ball was out of play on that far side. Robin Van Persie with a maybe slightly redesigned role. It's the first time he's ever been unleashed on Chelsea from the start. Of course, the Barclays Player of the Month for November.
Well, it's cold all right. You'll need that coat. Let's hope the game isn't.
Drogba to Cole. And Senderos with a good, sure first touch.
Well, you talked about Senderos. Yes, he was given a torrid time in the Community Shield, but if you're a 20-year-old and you're making a name for yourself, you want another chance. He wants to go in against Drogba again because he wants to put the record straight. Certainly that's what I'd be thinking at his age.
Joe Cole back to Paulo Ferreira. Is led. Misplaced pass to Lampard. Drogba heads it down. Cole!
What a chance. What a chance. Maybe sat up a little high, but this is a poor ball from Kleb. I don't know what he's doing. He just plays it infield, not really looking where he's doing here. And you see his good decision. Well, I tell you what, yes, it may be sat up a little high, but not if you've got Joe Cole's ability. It's a super knockdown. He should be able to control that. But maybe it's just a little too early in the match.
Been getting a few rave reviews as well from Jose Mourinho lately. Chelsea haven't been happy with the way they've been playing. I think that's common knowledge, but the manager's been saying that Joe Cole is the only one who really has been showing his true form of late. Big chance for him early on here. Here's Drogba back in the starting lineup today. That was won by Flamini, replacing Gilberto in the Arsenal midfield. Just a one-game ban for Gilberto. He'll be back on Boxing Day, if selected, of course.
Well, again, as the play develops here, I'm just looking at Robin Van Persie. He's playing wide of the midfield area, the left-hand side. It's obviously a ploy they're trying to make work. But this is a really, really bright start. I know we're only 3 minutes into the game, but Chelsea have really set off on the front foot, trying to take the initiative.
And they've got a free kick as here on this left-hand side.
Recent games, John Terry's been a focal point of this score. I think 2 goals in recent games. Wigan and Middlesbrough, I think, that won his team the matches both times.
Yep. And predictably, he's in there again. Of course, he scored in this fixture last year when Chelsea were twice behind and came back to get a point.
Yeah, well, you just think Sol Campbell would say, OK, I'm the best, he's the best, I've got him.
It's Lampard, and Lehmann had to take the safe way out.
Well, a couple of foot lower down, and that might have been much more difficult for the defence and the goalkeeper to deal with. As it was, it's quite a comfortable save. You can see it from this point all the way. Regulation saved that pretty easy. And at the moment, we haven't seen the ball in Chelsea's half.
Yeah, they're camped out, Chelsea, at that end of the ground. Lampard to curl it in. It doesn't get as far as Drogba. Flamini's clearance was not the best. Picked up by Joe Cole. They still can't get out, Arsenal. This time it's Robin to pen one in. Senderos get it away for Arsenal, who've lost their last 2 games, remember. They haven't lost 3 in a row in the Premiership for 10 years. Toure and Robin there. Those two will be in opposition, of course, in the World Cup, Andy. Ivory Coast against Holland, some group with Argentina in it as well.
Well, that's the early indications of the first 5 minutes of the game, and Arsenal will be hoping that it doesn't stay like that for any length of time.
Doesn't usually at Highbury, does it? 100% record here, of course, the Gunners. In the league, anyway. The old place has been a home, and a happy home for them, and it's only 5 months away from becoming extinct, so to speak.
Well, they haven't settled, Arsenal, one little bit. Might they be more nervous? Absolutely. I don't think there's a doubt about that. The pressure is on them to go and win a match. He knows that more than ever, Arsene Wenger. Can't get out.
Here's Robin trying to pick up Gallas's run. Gallas switched to left back today with Asia Del Horno out injured. Paulo Ferreira coming in at right back, but that's the beauty of having this guy. He can play right anywhere across the back. Towards Lampard, Makelele tried to bite him with the challenge, and still they're penned in at this end of the ground, Arsenal. Maybe this is Chelsea's response to seeing Manchester United cut their lead to 6 points yesterday. It's about as narrow as anybody can remember it in recent times. This is Essien trying to plough a way through, gets a free kick.
They just don't have an out ball at the moment, Arsenal. You pick it up, you get players looking, and Chelsea are pressing them high up the pitch. When the back four get it, they're going and pushing them. A really, really bright opening from Chelsea.
Lampard up towards Essien with the header. He's still waiting for his first Chelsea goal, Michael Essien. He was a prolific scorer in his time with Lyon. Good to see him say last week that the real special one was Pele. Bitingly cold in North London this afternoon. The undersoil heating was on all night. Pitch in excellent condition. It's immaculate, almost like a snooker table. Fabregas couldn't pick up Thierry Henry, who's hardly had a touch yet.
No, none of them have. But football's like that, isn't it? It wouldn't surprise anybody if Arsenal went up the park and in the first attack nicked the goal.
Ricardo Carvalho taking the no-nonsense approach. Is Alexander Hleb muscled out of it by Essien, free kick. Just his third game back, Alexander Hleb, after 2 months out injured. Toure. Ljungberg, at last Arsenal get into the Chelsea half. Flamini to Hleb. Looking to thread one through for Van Persie, then Ljungberg. Flamini again, out towards Thierry Henry. Lorient, the emergency left back, picking it up. Leb. Back to Sol Campbell. Big noise rolling around Highbury on this freezing December afternoon. Fabregas. Big job for him and Flamini in that central midfield, but those were the two who had the central midfield job last year, and Arsenal did get a 2-2 draw.
Yeah, a little different this year, as I've said.
If looking to break in behind here. Campbell, great bit of work by him, but Drogba might get in behind here. Down he goes. Referee says no penalty.
Well, if Drogba gets up and doesn't complain, then you know he's got it right, the referee. But that was a Real opportunity. Sol Campbell was under immense pressure there from Robin and Drogba.
Chelsea nearly engineering something there. Certainly made much the more assertive start. Here's Sleb. Likes to attack from that central area. There's another player, though, who has yet to get his first goal for his new club, Leb.
And the goalkeeper did well that time. Good starting position from Jens Lehmann, but the one before that, well, he's coming from both angles, and he did well to get anything on it at all. He has a little tug at him, doesn't he, Lehmann? Takes a real chance there. But you can see Rob Styles right up with play. And he gave the goalkeeper the benefit there.
But the conversation goes on. Drogba's got plenty to say. His arm certainly was momentarily held by Lehmann. And he's continuing to make the point as well here.
Trouble is, he talks himself into trouble. Now you see here as he hooks it. The referee's looking at this angle. Does he see that? Is it enough? That would have been extremely harsh. That would have been, in my opinion.
Big decision for Rob Styles, who was, of course, last year's FA Cup final referee. Essien trying to get through this time. Senderos gets it away, flags up anyway. But Arsenal just looking edgy early on.
They're looking rocky. And I think Chelsea have grabbed the initiative. They've said, OK, if they're a little light in midfield, if they're a little nervy at the back when they haven't been at their best, then let's test them as soon as we can, and that's what they're trying to do.
There's another wayward ball in that midfield area. Congested on what is the smallest playing area in the Premiership, as we so often remind you. Great atmosphere, though. This time Gallas making a present of it to Fabregas, and it's a free kick to Arsenal.
Well, the way they've set up Arsenal, it is a mark of respect to the team they're playing against. You can't deny that. To change the system. I think the last time I saw Arsene Wenger do this was in the cup final against Manchester United, when they went with 5 in midfield and they got absolutely paralysed for 90 minutes. Won the game.
Drogba here, one-on-one for a moment with Senderos there.
Handball.
Yeah, handball against Lauren.
And this is an opportunity for them. But they're getting through to him. They're getting through to the back four far too easily at the moment.
Are Arsenal just having a few problems coming to terms with the new system that they've come up with for this fixture? And this is another dodgy moment. There've been a few of them early on here.
Well, the three most likely are there. Drogba, Lampard and Arjen Robben.
Lampard goes away to throw something off the pitch. He didn't quite manage to do that. Back to the real issue here, the free kick.
It certainly looks like Drogba means business here.
3 in on the plot. It's Robin in the end, and it's not the best. And Drogba's follow-up effort charged down by Freddie Ljungberg. Touré, but the play pulled back for a free kick for a foul on Ljungberg.
22 attempt from Arjen Robben, that.
No time to blink, let alone think out there at the moment. And Lehmann with a bit of a problem with a knee injury.
Well, if it's an impact injury, if you get a bit of ice on it, you should be okay.
All Chelsea early on, but here's something. Arsenal have scored in their last 27 Premiership games at Highbury. fancy themselves to get one sooner or later. Tough job, of course, against this miserly Scrooge-like defence of Chelsea's. Robin. Gallas has got him behind here. Cole and Drogba waiting in the middle. Here is Joe Cole. SCM with a chance here to slide it in. What a great block that was.
Well, again, they've opened Arsenal up far, far too easily. Just go ball watching here and allow Gallas in. Nobody goes with them, nobody tracks them, they all get caught watching the ball. And this is a great block from Lauren. He has to get there, he knows he has to get something on it. Essien's picking his spot from very close in. Super block. They're hanging on a bit, and I didn't think I'd be saying that about Arsenal in the opening 20 minutes of this match.
Confidence not high at the moment.
Well, it should be here.
Yeah, it should be here, but they have had those away defeats, haven't they? Which were not part of the plan. Of course, the word buzz going around the game is that Arsenal are big on artistic impression and technical merit. Some people saying not quite so much up for a big physical battle. Toure trying to chip this into the path of Ljungberg. It's Ricardo Carvalho who gets it away for Chelsea.
Well, a little bit of respite for Saul Campbell and company with the ball at this end for one of the few times in the match.
Certainly attritional in that central midfield area. We thought it might be.
Chelsea have just worked the ball better at the moment.
This is Flamini. Does find its way through to Thierry Henry, but for once his balance and control were not exemplary. Still in play, Fabregas. Here's Joe Cole.
Great feet from Cole there. He's given the free kick against Senderos. They tried to let play go on. It's good to see. But no real advantage for Chelsea. So free kick's brought back.
He was just waiting to see whether Joe Cole could make something of that situation, and then correctly gave the free kick against Joe Cole, who... Didier Drogba becomes the subject of player cam for Sky Digital viewers. He's enjoyed his games against Arsenal so far this year. Scored the winner at Stamford Bridge, remember. It seemed to be something of an inadvertent touch, but it didn't matter really. 3 points pocketed. Here's Essien. Van Persie. Going to play in that wide-ish left role.
The difference with the two sides at the moment is Van Persie gets the ball there. The furthest player away from him was Henry, who's about 15 yards. They're having to try and play this intricate, little interpassing, quick, sharp, good movement, and it's not really working. Chelsea are doing a good job of breaking it up.
Arsenal down in 8th place, very unfamiliar territory for them. They can get into the top 6 with a win, and of course their fans are grieved to find them behind Tottenham Hotspur, among others. No way through for Fabregas. Campbell gets in with the
End. That's all he needed on the ball.
When you look at that again, it was such a clever effort as well from Henry.
That's amazing. They've been dominated for 20 minutes and yet they should be ahead.
It wasn't what Kolo Toure meant. Apologies to Henry from him. So often the way, isn't it, with football? One side piling on the pressure, the other side go away and often score, and very nearly the case that they did for Arsenal. Now then, Drogba, difficult bounce here. Lehmann takes charge. Little knock to the pace from Drogba, who more or less says to Lehmann, no problems. I don't think there's too many problems between the players in the rivalry and the feuding that's gone on between these two clubs. Petr Cech, the Chelsea goalkeeper, was saying that at a press conference the other day at the training ground. You'll have read about the other stuff, though. One or two dramatic moments here already, as you would expect.
There's a throw and squeeze them in now. After Arsenal try and keep the ball in there, don't allow Chelsea out easily.
Arsenal did cut back a 13-point deficit to pit Manchester United for the title in the mid-1990s. But this is an unprecedentedly huge gap between the two sides. There's 17 points. Makaleli. Would be a bit of rust for him after his 5-game absence. Now Gallas. Made a present of it to Flamini. Now Blair. Measured towards Van Persie.
One goal. Could have gone left there. Lauren was in acres of space, along with Ljungberg on that side. It can still go there.
Ljungberg's now gone out to the left-hand side with Van Persie playing more central.
I think that's just finding themselves there.
Here's Ljungberg trying to get on to the end of this, but Ricardo Carvalho had read it.
Well, it's quick. The ball shifting about fairly quickly across that pitch.
Ljungberg is staying out there for the moment.
Well, it's just where they find themselves. Yeah, and that's what you do. You just fill in gaps. Three midfield players, still nice and narrow. Ljungberg and Van Persie and Henry just occupying the width and the high part of the pitch, wherever they find themselves.
Van Persie going down injured. Makaleli explaining himself.
The ball just whacked him in the face, I think. As he got a little nudge, I think the ball comes down, hits him in the face. Yeah. Be okay. Well, it gives us a quick opportunity to look at that decision, the biggest one in the match. Now, as I say, if the ball's played to Henry, he's offside, but I tell you what, he's not offside. He's not offside. And super finish from the kid.
Darren Cann, the referee's assistants, playing a big part one way and another this weekend at various grounds up and down the country. Campbell has to go backwards. This is Paulo Ferreira, in and out of the side this season, one of Jose Mourinho's old allies from Porto. And again, Van Persie is in the wars, is down injured. Often the way of, isn't it? You get the Player of the Month award before the kick-off after a run of 8 goals in 8 games, and he's been poleaxed twice here in a matter of seconds. Ooh.
Glancing blow.
Coming up on Sky Sports, Birmingham against Manchester United from the Carling Cup. Sky Sports 1, 7:30 on Tuesday. And then can Doncaster continue their great run on Wednesday from 7 o'clock, same channel, against Arsenal, who will no doubt again play their youngsters. Arsene Wenger, who said no matter what the war of words between him and Jose Mourinho, it's all in the past now, and they will shake hands at the end. Carvalho's long ball, meat and drink for Sol Campbell.
Oh, it's a bit loose from Clyde. Got away with it.
And away by Gallas. Fabregas onto Flamini. Now here's Freddie Ljungberg. Henry was in there, it went past John Terry, and just for a moment there you wondered.
Well, he's saying to Van Persie, where were you? But I think if someone who heads the ball goes in to head it, then he's got a great opportunity. John Terry's missing this, but Henry's no way looking for a header there. I just think the more natural player than heading the ball. A Drogba at the other end, a Shearer, somebody like that would have gone and headed that. No, that's much better. It's been the best 10 minutes since about the 18th minute. That first opportunity when Henry at the post, they've had the best 10 minutes of the match for them.
Ricardo Carvalho.
That's a foul. Oh, he'll get booked now. He's frustrated, he's banged the ball down. It's daft, it's a stupid booking because there's a volatile player, Robin Van Persie, who does lose a head, and get a booking like that with an hour of this game to go. He looks at Ferrara, you can't argue with this. I just... he smashes the ball down. Sorry, it wasn't a shoulder. You can't just look at him, walk into him, and not be given a free kick away.
He has mellowed and matured quite a bit after that silly sending off last season at Southampton, Robin Van Persie, but just a moment there of the old red miss, costing him a yellow card. This is Robin. Looking for something with Joe Cole. Senderos with the challenge, balances the referee. Lampard to Makelele. Chelsea forced backwards.
That's better from Arsenal. Better pressure. They just seem to take a little bit of time to get into this game. Whether it's a little change, a little tinker with the system.
Robin, good ball. Joe Cole here. He's done well too, Joe Cole. Still not away. It is now. Looking lively, Joe Cole, and has always got that wonderful gift of such quick feet. Robin's corner. Terry in there again as well. Makelele spreads it for Robin. Lever's caught by Robin. We'll get a yellow card, I fancy.
He just regards it as a petulant little kick. He's lost the ball. No attempt at all to play it. Might have got away with it.
We're not getting enough from him. That was Jose Mourinho's quote about Arjen Robben recently.
Well, I think he's right. Only 7 starts this season. This is his 8th, so he started less than half the games, first and foremost. And then his contribution really hasn't been either in creating and scoring anything like it was last year.
Henry flicking it forward. Senderos tries to barge Drogba and impede him there.
To me. That's a foul. I have to say I've got huge sympathy with Drogba then, and I don't always have. But there's absolutely no way that can be anything other than a foul against Philip Senderos. He's making no attempt. He's going to be second best because Drogba's too strong and powerful. You look at that, you tell me how that cannot be a free kick. All Drogba's trying to do is get the ball. All Senderos is trying to do is keep him away from it, illegally.
That's a foul every day of the week, wasn't it? Not short of a word or two, Didier Drogba, as he renews his rivalry with Philip Senderos. Resumes it, it must be said, ahead on points as well. Herrera. Joe Cole. Van Persie trying to make a run through, because Van Persie and Robben are kind of in rivalry for the same position in Holland's World Cup lineup. No Marco van Basten here today. I checked that before the kick-off. I wondered whether he'd be having a look at a few of the contenders here.
Siam goes out, sticks in the chest there, gets his body in the way of the ball, catches Lauren, no doubt about that. I think yellow's the right decision from Ralph Sayles.
There's 3 yellow cards already. He's already got a 2-game European ban, of course. He'll miss that big tie against Barcelona. I think he's that competitive in training as well, from everything one hears. Slaughter is down. What is it they call him? The Bison.
Well, we'll get on with the game in a minute. We'll have a few conversations and sort out a few things with the lads and the coaches.
It's Didier Drogba's Federal Debate Club, isn't it, out there so far? He's talking to anybody who'll listen. Thierry Henry is also having his say, the Arsenal skipper.
Yeah, he did well, Henry. He was right in there, but he wasn't in there to cause any trouble. He quickly grabbed Essien, got him away out the way.
Well, he's got an injured mouth. Seems to be all right, Lauren. Gary Lewin having to do a few running repairs. By the way, the news on Ashley Cole is he should be back in about 3 weeks. Apparently he's going to start some running exercises tomorrow for the first time. Pascal Sigon should be back in midweek against Doncaster, I'm told. Gael Clichy will be out till about March. There's Ashley Cole, somewhere under that hood. Just about see him.
It's a little break we didn't really want. The game is flowing really nicely.
I think you could call it combustible. Just the way that we'd expect it, frankly. Here's Robben. Lampard. Now towards Joe Cole. Got his head to that above Sol Campbell, which is a little bit of a surprise.
He wouldn't be happy if anything happened there. Sol Campbell losing that aerial battle to Joe Cole.
I think did come a bit happily for him. Just got that big match feel about it, this, isn't it? Here's Lauren. Now Van Persie. Lauren again. It's the crossing. It was behind Freddie Youngbo. Gallus scrambled it clear. Not far. Frowney picks it up. Fabregas. Arsenal looking to get that slick passing game of theirs going. They want to play it at a higher tempo, according to Thierry Henry. Lev gets it out wide. Lauren is there. Switch back onto his right foot. And the header downwards by Thierry Henry. That was a rarity. A header for goal from Thierry Henry.
It was knocked down into a very, very inviting area. Well, they didn't pick him out. It's turned out to be a half-decent ball.
Possession almost having to be quarried over there. Senderos up towards Henry, needs a bit of support around him, but Makaleli predictably is there to do his usual patch-up job and help out the defence. And that goes out of play. Now then, touchline reporter Jeff Shreves has some news for us.
Ian, it really was a blow that Lauren took in that clash with Michael Essien there. I just had a quick word with the Arsenal medical staff, and they said he will definitely lose one of his front teeth as a result of it.
In off trademark punch of the air, and 7 minutes before half-time, Arjen Robben, with only his second goal of the season, crucially gives Chelsea the lead here. The other one was a splendid strike at Charlton in another London derby. Well, he wanted more from him. He's got more from him. A goal. Fabregas. Can Arsenal come back from that? Lampard. Played long, a bit square again. This time the flag is up for offside.
You hear the cheers. Having a little go at the official, but that's what separates sometimes teams like this. And when things are going for you, as they are for Chelsea, you get the decision. Things aren't quite flowing for you, like Arsenal. The flag goes up, and a very good goal is ruled out.
That is a hammer blow for Arsenal, who, well, it should have stood, really, their goal. The one that was discounted for offside, and of course they had the honorary one that hit the post. That came out. Robbins hit the post and went in. Leb. And Percy let it roll. Chelsea's covering is almost claustrophobic back there.
Yeah, well, they know what they're going to come up against. It's a little flex and a little interpassing. They pretty much know that. They get themselves very tight together as a back four, and it goes in there with Makelele supplementing them.
Toure, good work. Got it away from Gallas. Into the danger zone. Van Persie was there. Paulo Ferreira. Important work.
No, it's not insurmountable. 1-0. Makes life difficult for Arsenal.
Alexander Hleb. With the corner kick, Campbell was in there, and so too was Kolo Toure. But Arsenal do have a habit of scoring at home, and they have won their last 13 Premiership games on this ground. 13 in a row since Manchester United had that famous 4-2 win here last season. Big run. The thing is, this season they haven't played any of the top 6 at home until today. Chelsea are a very, very hard side to peg a goal back against. Henry Zeta. Lampard. Fabregas. Henry. Senderos has come forward into an attacking area here.
Difficult ball that was as well. He did have a good option wide in Van Persie. Ignored them. Didn't play him in. Senderos is caught way, way forward.
He's still loping back now as well.
It's definitely a problem area. Well, we've got both left backs out, trying to fill in at centre back and left back. And Arsenal, no doubt about that.
That's been jinxed, isn't it, that left back position of theirs this season. I think they will have to get somebody in the transfer window.
Well, I'm not so sure they'll go for a left back. They've got 2 pretty good ones. And as you see, Ashley Cole back pretty soon, so that would be a waste, spending money on another one. Centre back may be a different proposition.
This chip forward, Paulo Ferreira winning it in the air. No way through for Henry, and Lampard just plays it down the channel. Drogba always willing to chase.
I think he's got the beating of both Senderos and Campbell in a straight race. Didier Drogba, and they're high up the pitch, so Jens Lehmann is going to be equally important in that. He's going to have a good starting position, and his team are up the pitch.
This is Essien. Is Gallas. Chelsea always with that mood and swagger about them these days, where they expect to win football matches, and of course they usually do. Amazing thought, isn't it, that under Jose Mourinho they've never lost a Premiership game outside of Manchester. Here's the goal scorer, Robin. It's not been pretty, it's been a real scrap.
Yeah, there's been some good stuff in it. It's been a game where two giants, two of the best teams in the country, are playing. And you've got to earn the right to play your football in a situation like that. They're both incredibly fit players out there. All 20 of them outfield players. And you've got to work really, really hard to make it count.
Henry wants that well in the air. Van Persie was looking to pick up the scraps. Ferreira, it was who got it away. Here's Sleb. Now Flamini. What can Arsenal do about this? 2 minutes of added time at the end of the half. No problem at all for Paulo Ferreira, that one.
Well, big team talk you feel coming up for the Arsenal manager.
This is Toure. Now Van Persie. Flamini wants it. Fabregas. Leb. No way through again.
That's that football they look to play, though, and you see how many blue shirts are in and around that 18-yard box. They know they're not going to have to deal very often with crosses, so they make it very, very compact. Chelsea get lots of players in close proximity to each other and say, go on then, try and thread it through. And at the moment, they've not really been able to do it too often.
I noticed, Andy, that Thierry Henry put his head in his hands when that latest attack broke down. Sign of Arsenal's frustration with the way things have gone in this first half for them. Senderos's header. Well, that was a high boot by Frank Lampard, which he's only too happy to acknowledge. Hits the referee and forced nicely for Lampard. That is half-time, and Chelsea will be very, very happy with developments here. Arjen Robben, the Dutch winger, who's had a bit of veiled criticism from his manager recently, coming up with the goal 7 minutes before half-time. Thierry Henry hit a post. Robin van Persie had the ball in the net, and our analysis of that, or Andy's, was that the goal should have stood because the man who scored it was in an onside position. Chelsea vitally 1-0 ahead at half-time.
That's why we're champions, the Chelsea fans have been singing in this corner. Jamie Redknapp and George Graham here this afternoon. And the champions lead with that goal from Arjen Robben. 22 matches, I think, since they conceded in the second half. So Arsenal with a job and a half on the second half. But the thoughts of...
Season's meetings start on Christmas Eve with the Soccer AM special. There's surprises and laughs in store for all.
Almost brings a tear up.
Then it's over to the Gillette Christmas Soccer special.
Blink and you'll miss it.
Jeff Stelling hosts the universally challenged quiz. On Boxing Day, Charlton v Arsenal and Villa v Everton will be full of Christmas cheer. And on the Wednesday after that, it's the Merseyside derby.
How about that?
Season's meetings for you on Sky Sports.
Survival depends on the ability to evolve. Introducing the most advanced Mondeo yet. The new 2005 Mondeo. Evolution is beautiful.
Monday.
Cheers.
Carling, spot on.
Get interactive with Gary Lineker's Football Challenge DVD this Christmas. Let Quizmaster Gary test your football knowledge with questions on Premiership, FA Cup and Champions League.
All you need is me.
For which English club did I play for just one season?
I know, it's C.
That's one of your lives gone.
Oh, no.
Nah, you're right.
Yes!
Get your friends in training for multiplayer fun. Choose your team kit and score goals against your opponent. Gary Lineker's Football Challenge, out now.
This is the actual size of your nasal passages when you've got a cold.
That bunged up feeling you suddenly get is not caused by snot.
Yuck. It's actually the blood vessels in your nose swelling up due to infection. That's what gives you that groggy feeling. And the only way to stop it is to find some way to expand your nasal passages and increase the airflow. Giving you room to breathe. Sudafed. Room to breathe.
Two fugitive princes. One wants to free his people, the other to dominate them. One seeks justice, the other seeks power. The trouble is, they're the same man. One warrior, two souls. Prince of Persia and the Two Thrones.
Isn't it time you got a new mobile? The LGS 5200 looks beautiful, works beautifully.
Anyway, I'm not lying. For the millionth time, I do have a girlfriend.
Yeah, whatever.
I have got a girlfriend.
What's her name then?
Amy.
When are you going to see her?
Tuesday evening.
Have more fun with your home phone. Text from any mobile now and BT will turn your text into a voice message.
When's her birthday then?
25th of December.
Christmas Day.
Hi, Joe. Can't wait until tomorrow night. Love, Amy.
BT, what will you text? And now you can send text messages from your home phone too, with the BT Calypso 120, now just $54.99.
Live football on the first three nights of this coming week. Tomorrow, it's Pakistan against England, fourth one-day international, 5:30 in the morning. Tomorrow night, it's Queen's Park Rangers against Coventry, and then there's Carling Cup football to follow on Tuesday and Wednesday. Jamie Redknapp and George Graham are with us here this afternoon. Jamie, is the difference between the two teams here that one goal didn't count and one did, or is it more than that?
Tell what was and what wasn't. Yeah, for sure. It was incredible, the first goal. Andy was exactly right in his commentary. He got it spot on. Robin's finish, great finish. It was right at the last second, incredible piece of play.
It was a typical Arsenal move there, wasn't it? You know, the 1 and 2 touch, players actually leaving certain positions and getting into unusual positions. I mean, it was just wonderful football. It was a typical Arsenal move that just didn't have the right reward at the end of it.
Chelsea lead at the moment by a goal to nil. Arjen Robben's goal here. What have Arsenal got? We'll find out when we come back.
She was mine, she looks so good. I wanna hold you tight. Get teenage kicks right through the night.
You're one step ahead with Web and Walk. Get the internet wherever you are. Web and Walk, new from T-Mobile.
Allure on Sports by Chanel.
My friend, is for you. Thank you.
Look outside and see the snowflakes falling down.
Merry Christmas, Mom. It's Christmas time.
Everyone loves Soccer AM. Join Tim, Helen and the crew in this exclusive DVD. Find out who they think are the 10 greatest players of the last 10 years. Packed with great football action, showboats, third eye and greatest goals. It's hilarious, it's exclusive, it's a right touch. Give Soccer AM 2 to someone you love.
Lacoste, fragrance for men.
No one does Christmas entertainment like Sky.
So it's cricket to start the day with tomorrow, then it is football all the way. QPR play Coventry, 7:30 start tomorrow on Sky Sports 1. And it's Carling Cup football on Tuesday and Wednesday night this week. Tuesday, Birmingham play Manchester United, 7:30 on 1. Wednesday, it's Doncaster against Arsenal, 7 o'clock on Sky Sports 1. Well, he'll still be wondering why. But his goal didn't count. Arjen Robben did, and Chelsea lead here by a goal to nil. Looks like most, if not all, are back. Those who aren't are ambling back, mostly in blue. Commentators, Andy Gray and Ian Dart.
And the thought occurs that it was about 4 months ago, everybody was telling us the Premiership was getting boring, the gates were going down. There have been about half a dozen talking points already in this game, and the news is that gates are actually slightly up this season.
Yeah, 200 on average. I think just over 33,500 now, the average gate, 200 up on this time last year. So
it's not too shabby, is it?
It's good.
What can Arsenal come up with in the second half? No changes at half-time. Big Spanish blockbusters coming up for both of these clubs after the Champions League draw. Arsenal against Real Madrid and Chelsea up against Barcelona again. And stories keep on circulating about Frank Lampard and Thierry Henry for Barcelona. Well, it is all just talk at the moment.
There's not a club in the world that wouldn't be interested in Thierry Henry. But they can't all afford them.
Or Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
Whose fiancée, of course, is Catalan, isn't she? I'm sure we'll be reading more. Well, Arsenal had only let in 2 goals at home all season in the Premiership before today. Fulham and Sunderland the only teams to score here until that vital strike by Arjen Robben. Remember, if Chelsea win this, they'll be 20 points clear of Arsenal, and that would be...
Out of sight.
Yeah, that's it. Over, isn't it?
Over the hill and away, as far as Arsenal are concerned. Defeat today, Chelsea would be.
Jose Mourinho knows that. So far, he's yet to lose against Arsene Wenger in 4 meetings. Robben's got in behind, Senderos with the challenge, and was he the last man?
It's a foul for me, and it just depends.
Is yellow. Another talking point.
Well, they're all saying last man, but just how close is Lauren here to getting across if he's through? Maybe. he's given Philip Senderos the benefit of some doubt, I may add, because I think if Robin's through, he's getting a shot. I don't think Lauren's getting across to help it. So in the first minute of the second half, we get another big talking point.
That was touch and go for a moment there for Philippe Senderos, who, by the way, in the World Cup will be up against Thierry Henry. I don't think Arsene Wenger saw it. He might have been emerging to find his team with 10 men. You could lip read that. What happened, he said to Pat Rice.
We got lucky, said Pat Rice.
For the moment, because Frank Lampard's got a free kick here. He doesn't often fail to find the target, as you know. The angle's tricky, but it is Lampard. Goes along it, hit Drogba actually on his way. Here's Joe Cole. Drogba's deep and he's got his hand up wanting a deep cross. Instead it goes to Essien, getting booed by the crowd. Crowded out there. Cole. Leb doesn't clear it. Essien picks it back up. Arsenal making trouble for themselves there. Here's Toure bringing it out. Spirited run.
Oh, he's done well. Nowhere to go. Looked like he was just running up a dead end there. Found a way out.
It's Toure again. Fabregas playing it in. Essien getting through mounds of work, despite being cast as the Christmas pantomime villain here by the Arsenal fans. Flamini's ball up towards Henry, who looks hopefully at Rob Stiles. Didn't really look like a free kick, not at first sighting anyway. Paulo Ferreira. It's good tracking back by Van Persie to win the ball back for his side. Fabregas in an inadvertent collision with Drogba.
That was loose, I'm saying there was.
Here's Van Persie. Henry, lovely play. Oh, it nearly worked for Alexander Hleb.
I wonder if he thought of just turning on it. Oh, he looked, he's always made his mind up, Thierry Henry, before it arrives here. But they just back away from him. John Terry and Carvalho. He might just have been able to get hold of that edge of the box. Any tackle coming in would have been dangerous.
Both Arsenal and Thierry Henry have gone 3 games without scoring a goal, which is almost unheard of for them. They need to end that little run in the second half. Leb. Van Persie. Away by John Terry.
The problem they have when Van Persie gets himself wide here is that when the ball goes in the box, unless Ljungberg making ground, and they're really not good enough in there. Look how many blue shirts in and around that little bit there. 6 of them, all within a little 15 square metres.
Gallas, great athlete he is, looking down that left-hand side, right back when he's needed, centre back on occasions too. Ricardo Carvalho was caught by Thierry Henry.
John Terry not happy. He's as much frustrated with his own team. He's just having a go at Van Persie for backing away. You see Van Persie backing away there. You can't argue with any of that decision.
So just to keep you up to date, as this develops, Van Persie, Senderos, Henry, yellow carded for Arsenal, Robben and Essien so far for Chelsea, which may or may not become relevant as the game develops.
Well, I just feel that the longer this goes at 1-0, then he's obviously got to look at changing things. And I think he's got to sacrifice one of the 3 that he's got in central midfield. Either Hleb, Fabregas, or Flamini. and get Bergkamp on. Or even Perez. But something has to happen, and maybe a change, because they need to get more support up in the central area.
A lot of people thought Perez might be in the starting lineup for a big game like this one, but it was Sleb who got the vote. Flamley did well to win the ball. And again, it's very, very congested. The tacklers and challenges flying in. SCN here, who's already had a yellow card. Chelsea players pleading his case. But here comes another big moment.
No, he won't get a card, I don't think. I think Rob Styles has made up his mind to have a one with him. One more and he's gone. I'll tell you that now. It's all right pleading your innocence. You've got to be careful. One more, I told you, that's what he's saying. One more and he's gone. Said that. So he's been told, and what Rob Styles has told, to hold from Pericek. Super goalkeeping that. I know the angle was narrow and against Lauren. We've seen many a keeper beat near post recently.
Goes to punch that Petacek. He's kept 5 clean sheets in his last 5 games. He just puts runs together like that for fun, it seems. Yes, indeed, to Chelsea.
See, that's to me when it falls down for Arsenal a bit. It's so narrow, so trying to be so intricate with their movement, their edge of the box, and again, just a massive blue shuts them off.
Now, how did this happen for Frank Lampard? We can give you a clue.
Oh, it's just a clash of heads with Senderos, there's no doubt about that. It may be that Jose Mourinho might have to keep an eye on the guy in the ball now. Michael Essien, I don't know what his temperament's like, but he's got one more opportunity and he's off. Or no more opportunity, should I say.
Yes, he's really skating on thin ice, and ice is the right word in this temperature as well. Cole going down. Yeah, Chelsea get the free kick for that. It was just a tangle of legs really with Leb.
And I guess Mourinho trusts Essien and he'll stay on. Simple as that.
Frank Lampard with his free kick for Chelsea. Terry was up there. If you're just coming in from a bit of Christmas shopping, by the way, they're ahead, Chelsea, for the Arjen Robben goal on 38 minutes. Not the best clearance that by Paulo Ferreira. Robin van Persie, a lot of depth on that. Henry, can he keep that in play?
No, not the best ball. Tried twice to find Henry. Robin van Persie.
He's always likely to come up with a goal, though, Robin van Persie, and he's already had the ball in the net, legally, we think, today.
Well, less likely from where he's playing, of course. Starting position way out here on the left side restricts him a little bit. When you look at Freddie Ljungberg on the other side, I can't believe he hasn't got a league goal this season yet. We think of the total goals he's scored for his club down the years. 11th start today and no goals. Amazing. Amazing.
He hasn't scored since Norwich were here at the back end of last season. Freddie Ljungberg in the league, anyway. He's got one against Ajax in the Champions League this season. But he's usually full of important little goals. Maybe today's the day. Maybe not. This is Essien. Gallas.
We didn't think there'd be many attempts in the game. There hasn't been. Not too many. Chelsea pretty pleased with that, but not many on target. Just the one from Arsenal, Lawrence. Recent attempt. And Chelsea only 2.
Again, Chelsea pressing the ball all over the pitch, and Makaleli is the latest yellow card. It's 6 and counting now.
Well, he rather jumps at him there. No excuses. It's the right decision again from Rob Styles.
Sometimes for these high-profile clashes, you could almost do with about 3 or 4 referees out there. Essien getting it away. He's such an important player. It must be crossing Jose Mourinho's mind, bearing in mind the disciplinary situation about whether to withdraw him. Flamini was trying to find Fabregas. Blue shirts everywhere, though, and Robben in behind here, and he's got the pace as well. It's Arjen Robben, identical sort of chance, and he tried to play it back for Joe Cole.
Why? I can't believe that. I cannot believe I've just seen a footballer free of the defender on his left foot, his best foot and his strongest foot, 12 yards from goal, do that, unless you're rolling it to somebody totally unmarked.
Meanwhile, Gallas's effort across goal, but that was a bizarre piece of play. Maybe that was Arjen Robben's Christmas present for Arsenal.
You can't believe it. I'm just shocked. I really am. It was just a hack-up field from Carvalho, I think, and it ended up in front of Robben. There was no way that Senderos was going to catch him. It's on his left side. He can keep the ball away from Senderos. He can drill it wherever he likes. They just played this forward. They're that high up the pitch, but now it's on your strong foot. So why on earth are you not pulling the trigger? It's a staggering decision. Staggering.
Carbon copy chance. Well, the one he put away, wasn't it? Didn't shoot.
Well, you just feel with the defence that they've got as well, Chelsea. Had he scored then, there might well have been no way back for Arsenal.
How big a moment might that turn out to be? We will see. Well, Arsenal thought that should have been a goal kick, but the decision is a corner. Lehmann is the latest to engage the referee in debate.
Well, the path of the ball a million miles away suggested it might have taken a nick. You can't be sure from here. But you think the linesman looking right across might have just seen any little deviation in the path. Because Rob Stells did give a goal kick.
Here is that resulting controversial corner, which Schleb got away. Terry, and this time offside against Gallas, who turns up slightly improbably in the inside right channel. Player count, by the way, switching to Cesc Fabregas, who this week was called up to the Spain senior squad for the first time for a get-together in Madrid, so maybe some outside chances of a World Cup place for him. He'd be a long shot at this stage. It was a 33-man squad. This is Lauren. Joe Cole for Chelsea. Here's Essien. Just looked a little square once or twice at the back, Arsenal. And Cole is the latest player on the floor, holding his face. Ball's played out.
Well, Sol Campbell, I mean, remember Solskjaer, Manchester United, a few years ago? I don't know if it's something like that. Again, it's a player who's much smaller than him. I have to be honest, I missed it. He's catching into this now as he goes away, and does he have? That's totally accidental. Totally accidental. Does catch him, but you can see his arm doesn't even come up square. He's just running, and he just happens to catch him. That would be painful right in the point of the chin, but certainly that's absolutely innocent.
It was an accident. Joe Cole, who, by the way, lost a goal without getting on the pitch this week. His goal against Blackburn officially given to Kizanashvili as an own goal this week, so he's down from 5 to 4 for the season. Just checking that's not a broken jaw.
Well, referee spot on. And Joe watches this back. If he does, he'll see how accidental the whole thing was.
Ball's back on the pitch. Just to confirm, no yellow card for Sol Campbell, which is quite right. Here's Drogba. Toure, who once scored against Chelsea playing as a substitute from the left side of midfield in his early days with the club. It was an equaliser, and I think Arsenal were down to 10 men at the time. That was at Stamford Bridge. Now then, Van Persie. Can Arsenal come up with one piece of magic to unlock this famously tight defence? Lev. Now Fabregas. Every blue shirt but Drogba. Back defending. Lev. Van Persie. Very, very tight. I was hoping somebody might be there. Toure can do a rescue mission.
Forbidden drink for John Terry now.
Fabregas looking for the 1-2 down there. Senderos, Drogba seemed to catch him late there to me. The play goes on though. Robben and Drogba together. It's a chance for Chelsea. Robben on his left foot. He's still Robben, and an important save indeed from Jens Lehmann.
Well, that's a brilliant run, but maybe that time he should have slid Drogba in right away. But when you see the quality of that shot there, why on earth did he pass up the opportunity earlier? And that's what they're going to risk, Arsenal, because they have to chase a goal. And with the pace of Robben and Drogba in particular at the top end.
Now then, Lev. Paulo Ferreira with the defensive work. It wasn't the cross Lev would have hoped for, or indeed Thierry Henry, who was waiting in the middle with Van Persie.
No, it was poor.
Here's Ljungberg for Arsenal.
You wouldn't expect Czech to be beaten with that.
Henry on 11 goals from 14 matches this season, because he had a long time out with that groin injury, didn't he? Still be a pretty short price to end up as the Premiership's top goal scorer, though Ruud van Nistelrooy might have something to say about that. It's leading the way at the moment. Well, Frank Lampard's right up there too.
Change is going to be made. Looks like Robert Perez has been called back to the dugout. Might be a double change. Bergkamp and Perez are the two that can influence the game in the way that they would like.
Just that extra experience and craft of those two performers who've seen so much glory for Arsene Wenger's Arsenal. Bergkamp, by the way, just coming back after missing the last couple of games with a hamstring problem. Here's Robben, seeing a lot of the ball. Makaleli did well. Gallas. Gallas again. The challenge by Toure. And the play's going to be pulled back. Wanted it advantage all played, I think. Jose Mourinho not happy.
Pictures are good, aren't they? This is it. He wants a free kick. What's wrong with that? It's like the free kick might have gone the other way. But then, having played advantage, he should have let Kolo Toure go on. Ljungberg's one has gone off. I'm not surprised at that. It's been a hugely ineffectual performance from Freddie. Still searching, I think, for proper fitness, really. Just needs games. And again, I thought they might have to sacrifice one of the three centrally. And that's what's happened.
Yep, Hleb's gone off. Pires and Bergkamp coming on here to add their considerable talent and experience to the Arsenal cause.
Well, they're taking a chance now here, no doubt about that, because they're going to move Van Persie up top, which they should do. Pires probably, you know, and Bergkamp run a bit midfield. Not so sure who'll play where. You think Pires will play from the left? But he's had a couple of opportunities to put this game beyond doubt. This is the second of them. And I just thought maybe he'd roll Drogba in now. But he didn't. Maybe because he didn't take the shot last time. He was determined to make amends. And this was a much more difficult opportunity. And he's forced Lehmann into a really good save.
To go down quickly. Quite enough angle on the shot that time from Robin. Terry's header down and picked out Gallas as well. Drogba on the chase down here with Senderos. Senderos is going to have to mark his teammate Thierry Henry in one of the World Cup matches, providing they're both selected, of course. Switzerland in the same group as France. Terry's header, here's Didier Drogba. Crespo is on the bench, by the way, today. Spent quite a bit of the pre-match sitting around watching Middlesbrough and Spurs play, Hernan Crespo. Toure to Fabregas, who's pushed wider on that right-hand side now with Ljungberg off. Robin dispossessed this time. Lampard's
very late. It's a super save.
Fine save. Terry with a header. They fancy it here now, Chelsea. Jeremy is waiting to come on here. And it's Robin, I think, who they want to take off. Is it here? 16 is the number I thought I saw go out there.
You know, yeah, but what they do, I think, they obviously work on this. Arjen Robben knows it's his number, and he's tried to walk away off the pitch. He's tried to walk across this way to get away from the board as far as possible, so that it takes as long as possible to get off. I was just watching him as the ball went up. We saw it was him. Started to walk away from it, so that it would take a while to get off the pitch.
Just gamesmanship.
A little bit.
If you call it that. Some people might have some other words for it. In the end, the Arsenal players pushed him off. Arsene Wenger wasn't happy about that either. Was it really necessary? Chelsea's free kick. That second goal has been an absolute stunner for Arsenal.
Yeah, the flat as a pancake, the whole ground is, apart from the little pocket just down to our right. Chelsea fans who are really enjoying this.
The chant is one team in London from the goading Chelsea supporters. Here's Robert Pires. Now Flamini. Van Persie. Makelele to Drogba. Chelsea's confidence lifted by that second goal and the cushion it gives them. Henry can't get it past Paulo Ferreira. Just no way through again. A very narrow attacking front from Arsenal. find a way through that jungle. Perez, but the flag is up for offside, and the frustration for Arsenal goes on.
Well, this was a big enough ask. It's a close one again, this. Very much borderline. It was a big ask for Arsenal when they've got the best 11 out and playing well. It's a big ask today. Problems at the back, problems in midfield to come into a game like this.
Toure gets it out, and Chelsea, who haven't won a league game at Highbury since 1990, when John Bumstead scored the winner in a 1-0 win, are in sight of ending that little drought. For the first time they've won here in the Premiership. If, of course, they do, there's still 11 minutes to go. You never can tell in this business. Here's Essien, who some Arsenal fans might argue was a tad lucky to stay on the pitch. Hammered away by Senderos. And he's enjoying it all right, isn't he?
Well, he should be. Arsenal might argue that 1 or 2 decisions went against them. Maybe could have gone the other way. Yes, but I'd also say, if you ask me, it's the best team winning, leading this game. An emphatic yes, I think.
It's Ricardo Carvalho there. Chelsea's defending again has been excellent. If they keep it like this, will be their 7th clean sheet in a row in this run. Now Jeremy's picked it up here. Drogba's waiting in the middle. He's the only one really to aim at. And that's the best Lampard can do. Now don't forget, on Sky Sports we've got some good Carling Cup action this week. Quarter-finals, Birmingham playing Manchester United. That's Tuesday at 7:30. Sky Sports 1. Same channel next night. Doncaster looking for a giant killing against Arsenal's youngsters. That'll be Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Van Persie is coming off. And Quincy Owusu-Abe, the 19-year-old Dutch under-21 international, is on. It's the first time he's appeared in the Premiership at Highbury this season. 3 sub-appearances away from home. They need some dramatics here, Arsenal. Not too much sign of that happening, it has to be said.
No, they've not looked at scoring. A couple of half chances. Lawren's shot saved it in near post, and Henry's volley, which was a difficult opportunity. I can't think of too many other times they've gotten close.
Now then, Thierry Henry for Arsenal. He's been kept pretty quiet, in truth, today. He was rampant in this fixture a year ago. Fabregas.
It's only 6 attempts from Arsenal. And I bet for 2 on target. And 3.
How often does that happen at Highbury? Fabregas. Bergkamp's found a bit of space here. It's Dennis Bergkamp, it's bent, and with difficulty, Petr Cech smuggles it behind for the corner.
Well, I don't know if he expected the shot, Petr Cech, because he's a little late in going down for this. Well, that's the first time in the match, really, that anyone has got any space in that kind of area. Well, I don't know if that's gone in. Might just have been sneaking wide, but it had to be saved. Couldn't take the chance.
Jeremy, difficult bounce for him. Lampard tries to get it away. And of course, Arsenal will have to think about getting into the top 4 and qualifying for the Champions League as well. That's not a given at all. Of course, that'll involve trying to catch up with Tottenham Hotspur. They're great rivals from North London, who are 5 points ahead of them at the moment. Free kick here for Arsenal. Bergkamp swings it in. Essien gets it away. Look at this run. Look at a burst of pace from Joe Cole. He's made himself impossible to leave out of the Chelsea side. All credit to him for battling his way back into that kind of secure position too.
Absolutely. You know, he's done well, there's no doubt about that. Decision quite simply for Jose Mourinho at the moment is who plays alongside when everyone's fit. Duff or Robin, as Cole plays.
Gallas, Jeremy and Essien closing in the middle. It's Lampard.
I think that's the first of the day. A shot from Frank Lampard, unusual that. Use a guarantee 4 or 5 attempts from him.
He needs 1 for 100 goals in club football, Frank Lampard. Not too many signs of that today, but he's worked away at that midfield area without being at his dazzling best, perhaps. And a yellow card for Frank Lampard. Multiple fouls, I think that is. Previous convictions and all that. Played in towards, and it's a difficult bounce for Paulo Ferreira, but in the end, no harm done for Chelsea, who have let in just 7 goals all season. That's amazing. Four bookings for Chelsea, 3 for Arsenal so far.
Much to contemplate, we feel, for Arsenal after this game.
They need the likes of Gilberto and Ashley Cole back, don't they? Gilberto, of course, will be back for the 1-game ban. Ashley Cole, some 3 weeks away, I'm told.
They need some people to find form as well. That's what they do need.
This is Perez. Abusu Abe, one of the many promising youngsters around at Highbury. But it's a big ask coming into a game like this in this kind of situation. Arsenal fans very quiet, and maybe, as Andy said, a little contemplative as well about things. Not used to being in this kind of position, 8th in the table, and they're used to being in the championship race, chasing the glittering prizes. There is the Real Madrid game to look forward to, of course, in February. Titanic nights those will be in the Champions League, as they will be for Chelsea against Barca. Here's Henry. Fabregas. Henry just crowded out. There's just so many blue shirts. They're pressing the game all over the pitch, Chelsea. It's not something that happens by accident as well. It's all very well drilled from the training ground. These players know their job. Terry gets it away. Of course, the rap against Chelsea is that they always deliver, but they don't delight enough, Andy. What's your take on that?
I don't think Chelsea would say, who cares what anyone thinks, whether they delight. Delivering is what football is all about. If you can combine them both, then great. It doesn't always happen. Winning is the most important thing in football. If you can entertain along the way, a la Barcelona, then great. But you need some exceptionally gifted people to do that.
Didier Drogba, his job done for the day, and Robert Huth will come on, a striker off, a defender on. Now Chelsea have a 2-goal cushion, and they intend to keep it. Arsene Wenger is complaining about how long Chelsea are taking to make the substitution.
Well, they're extremely professional in everything they do, Chelsea, and that includes substitutions.
Not the kind of something that's going to win them a lot of friends, though. As you say, though, Andy, they're going to say, who cares?
They're not in it to win friends. They're in it to win trophies and contest the biggest stage in this football and world football. And if they're doing that, you ask any Chelsea fan if he cares.
This is Senderos. Chelsea beat Arsenal in the Community Shield, which some people would say is a pity of a meaningless pre-season trinket, but they beat them at Stamford Bridge, and it's going to be the double, I think. Here's Lauren, though, with a great run through, and an important tackle again from Captain Fantastic John Terry.
Well, they've got such a desire, particularly him, to not concede goals. Now they probably realise the game's won. But such is his determination there to shut out that half an opportunity.
Lampard gets it away. Chelsea, in fact, haven't done the double over Arsenal in the league since Dave Sexton was the Chelsea manager back in 1969-70. Curious atmosphere around Highbury at the moment.
As you'd expect, the vast majority are Arsenal fans. It's 4 minutes of stoppage time. Thought there'd be quite a bit. And I still don't think that's even enough for Arsenal, who really haven't looked like they would get a goal. Apart from that little spell, and it was a little spell in the first half when Henry hit the post and Van Persie's goal was disallowed. Since then, this has been a pretty comfortable day for Chelsea.
Arsene Wenger on the verge of losing 3 Premiership games in a row for the very first time as the Arsenal manager. Henry's got in behind here, though, and again it's Terry who gets it away. Just for a moment there, Chelsea caught napping. For once, the concentration slipped.
Well, they'd have been furious if they'd have lost a goal with a ball that distance.
Perez tried a little back heel, trying to pick up Kolo Touré's run. Campbell. Touré with Perez ahead of him, and Touré on the left foot. It hit Terry on the way through. 1 or 2 people claimed a handball, none of the Arsenal players though. Touré through it, Perez, and Check with a great save.
Super goalkeeper. His reactions were fantastic. I mean, to get off his line and close down the space.
Henry. No problem that time.
Well, it was almost a one-man crusade here for Kolo Touré. He just kept going and kept going. Look how quickly Check's off his line. Closed the gap between him and Perez instantly. Super goalkeeper. Well, we'll never know, of course, how the game would have gone had Robin Van Persie's goal had stood.
Senderos with a header. Jeremy down the line for Joe Cole, who's been effervescent. Wonderful goal from him as well into the danger area. Perez can bring it away here for Arsenal, but it's way, way too late, you feel, for them now. Bergkamp had made a run. This time Paulo Ferreira was there. Very, very efficient Chelsea, to use Arsene Wenger's words in his pre-match interview. Coaching team.
Yeah, could allow themselves that little indulgence, yeah.
And there's Petr Cech. By the way, it is his 50th Premiership game today, and it's a sign of how miserly Chelsea are that he's kept 33 clean sheets in there, in those 50. Perez. Now Henry. Owusu-Ape, and away by Robert Huth this time, a player who Jurgen Klinsmann is considering for the German World Cup squad, but he's said to Jose Mourinho, can he please play a few more first-team games, even if you have to send him on loan? Chelsea are saying no at the moment to that. They need him.
Of course they are, yeah.
It's over. What a win. Chelsea's first win ever in the Premiership at Highbury, in Highbury's last ever season. And Arsenal, with that defeat, surely now 20 points adrift of the lead, out of the championship race before Christmas. Great depression hanging around Highbury pre-Christmas, but Chelsea, with Manchester United starting to edge closer to them yesterday, go 9 points clear again as they move on towards, say, Derby against Fulham on Boxing Day at Stamford Bridge. A very, very efficient performance. Arjen Robben in the first half, Joe Cole with a splendid second. Arsenal will say a couple of decisions in the first half went against them. Frank Lampard leaves the field seeping blood, but Chelsea have got a wonderful early Christmas present of 3 points here. It's Arsenal 0, Chelsea 2.
Well, not only is it over here, so too is Arsenal's title challenge for this season. The gap now between them and the champions, 20 points, and ahead of them going into Christmas, Manchester City, Wigan and Bolton, amongst others. But will it be the end of the season, as Thierry Henry was saying prior to all of this? Tonight, Real Madrid meet Osasuna, 8 o'clock, Sky Sports 1. Tomorrow, Queen's Park Rangers play Coventry, 7:30, Sky Sports 1. Tuesday night, Carling Cup quarter-final. I wonder how Manchester United will take that. It is Birmingham against United, 7:30, Sky Sports 1. Wednesday, Doncaster play Arsenal, 7 o'clock on 1. And coming up, of course, at 6:30 tonight, Andy's thoughts not just on what we've seen here today, but also on the whole of the weekend's football. And again, there's plenty to talk about. 6:30 here on 1. Well, it was high fives before the end of the match, but no handshake on the end of the match. That's Jose Mourinho straight down the tunnel. In fairness, he may meet the Arsenal manager further down and shake hands there, and we wouldn't see that, of course. George Graham and Jamie Redknapp have been enjoying that with us. 2-0 Chelsea. All the reaction coming up. We'll be naming the Barclays man of the match, of course, but the champions just too good here today.
The best darts players in the world, chasing a prize fund of £500,000. But all eyes are on one man, Phil Taylor, looking for his 13th world title. Can anyone stop the power? It's the most prestigious event in the darts year. The Ladbrokes.com World Championship starts tomorrow at 1, live